All right. Looks like I'm live. Give it some time to see who jumps in to the comments. Let me make sure everything's good over here since I'm on StreamYard before I jump into it. All right, that gives us time to see who jumps in, right? Am I live? I mean, my audio's good. What? Let me know if you can hear me. No, okay, yeah, there it goes. It's a fucking delay. All right, good. Yeah, there was a delay on that shit. What's up? Great evening. We got on so far. Hit them likes. Just gotta get these likes. Gotta change these rhythms. Gotta put those likes up, man. Just been good tonight. It's like after that new moon, right? Libra's all about balance. It's about dealing with your balance, your energy, your darkness, and your light too. Remember, you can't have one without the other. It's all about you balancing yourself, pretty much too. You gotta have balance. And one way you can find balance is by grounding. You ground yourself. You gotta go in, right? You ground yourself. You connect. You connect with the earth, right? You get familiar with your herbs. You do you cook with the water, right? You go ahead and take your spiritual baths. Take your bath. That's the best way to ground, especially right now. You know, and it's a must. It's a must to ground. It's very necessary because it helps you to balance out these energies. Because remember, these energies, man, and especially we're dealing with the moon phases. Like we had that new moon yesterday, right? In Libra, and then we got another one. We got a full on the 28th of the month in Aries, right? So we're dealing with that fire energy, that action energy in Libra season. That's awesome. I can't wait to the 20th because not only I'm on Aries, right, but my moon is Aries. You get what I'm saying? So I need a lot of fucking balance. And the best way to get out is when I ground myself, connect with myself. Not only I connect with myself, but I connect with my herbs. I take my baths because the spiritual baths are very necessary. If you're gonna be doing this work, you have to protect yourself. You have to clean your aura. You have to constantly make sure your vibe is high. Because if your vibration isn't high, you're welcoming into you these low vibration energies that will attract themselves. They're attracted to your vibe, right? They want to feed off your energy. You get what I'm saying? So it's a must that you stay grounded. It's a must that you remain on a high vibe. Don't get me wrong, man. It's not easy to stay on that high vibe. You get what I'm saying? Because we can't always be up here. You get what I'm saying? You gotta sometimes be down there too. You get what I'm saying? You gotta be in that root. You can't always maintain be up here and you're seventh. You gotta go to the root sometimes. This is why it's necessary to be that balance. You get what I'm saying? Because without that balance, you're just chaotic. You're just everywhere. You get what I'm saying? It's like we have to start tapping into ourselves. It's very necessary when we start doing that because when we start tapping in, we start rediscovering us again. You know what I'm saying? It's like tapping into you is going into that rediscovery. You're the treasure. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're that treasure hunt, you know? So here I am. I was kicking back. I was seeing a lot of peeps on YouTube. Everybody's live right now. It's like, damn, everybody's live except for me. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and let me put my hat in there and see what's up. Let's get a taste of this energy too. See what spirit wants to say too. And on the title I put, you gotta be a spiritual gangster, right? You gotta be the spiritual gangster to be able to be that spiritual warrior. And a lot of us don't know what that's like. Just tap into your energy, the energy, right? The inner G of who you are. In order for you to be a spiritual warrior, you have to be that spiritual gangster, man. You gotta know that through all the challenges you go through all the shit, the trials and tribulations, all the all the times you fallen. See, you don't count how many times you fell. You count how many times you get back up. That's important. But you have to have that fucking warrior mentality in you, that fighting spirit that doesn't give up. You get what I'm saying? Like like I said the last time, what I had to go through. It's like my life experience, whatever I experience within my life, my journey, it's for me to go through it so I could speak on it. Because we all have an experience. Like I said before too, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. You get what I'm saying? But what makes this journey even more where I know that I could constantly tap in to me and talk to spirit is a knowledge of who I am. Because without that knowledge, I wouldn't be able to do the work I do. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to tap in if I wasn't tapping into myself. You know? But I know that for a fact that everything I've gone through, even when I was a youngie, was for this very moment too, right? It was for this very present moment because my journey or my rite to passage, right? When I was out there in the block, a young man, right? I had to go through that. I had to deal with that darkness. I had to deal with my inner demons, my inner demons, in order for me to know what it was like to be in my root chakra. You get what I'm saying? To be able to deal with that darkness. It was necessary for me to deal with that because this way I know I had that experience and I know what it is to talk about it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not coming from a place where I don't have no knowledge in what the fuck it is. I've been there, done that. You get what I'm saying? That was my experience to be able to speak on my experience. This way, it help someone else. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I have all the fucking answers. You get what I'm saying? Because every day it's a learning experience. Every day it's a different journey. You get what I'm saying? Every day you're shedding skin of yourself. Every day you're waking up to a brand new you. And if that's not happening to you, then there's something wrong. You get what I'm saying? There's something wrong with that if you're not going through that. You get what I mean? So I've been in a position where what I go through, my hardships, my downfalls, it's an experience for me to learn from that and to be able to speak on that. You get what I'm saying? Because it's necessary it's necessary to hear that from someone because we're not alone. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, don't get me wrong. A lot of us have different journeys, right? We go through life differently, but we all experience hardships regardless what it is. It's a hardship. But through that hardship you go through, what does it do? It helps build you. You see, life isn't about getting caught up in the cobwebs. Life is about changing. It's about changing direction. You get what I'm saying? It's about finding yourself. You get what I mean? It's about not giving up. And that's the thing that separates us that keep fighting from those that don't fight. This is where you get the flight and fight response from. That's what that's coming from. Either you fight or you flight. One thing I've learned is like if life isn't worth dying for, then what is it? Is it worth living for? I'm not saying I'm here to die. It's not like it's not even about that because death is not the end. What I'm saying is that without fighting for life, is it worth living? Is what I'm trying to say. Is it worth living if it's not worth to die for it? This is where you see that a lot of people are willingly walking with their fucking sleeve up, taking a Chawaski, thinking that's the end game for them. That's gonna save them. Just like when people are not tapping into their own spirituality and are tapping into an energy outside of them and thinking that a savior is gonna come down and save them. If anything, the savior is you. That's the complex, right? That's the complex of having of being afraid of dying. You get what I'm saying? Death is not the end. It's a transition. You get what I'm saying? It's never the end. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have to understand, like, are we are we those warriors? Are we that breed that are gonna come here and stand up for what's right, or are we just gonna fucking decide just to give in and give up? You get what I'm saying? That's a difference. That's a difference of energy. You get what I'm saying? And right now we have a lot of that energy that's coming upon us that is assisting us to move forward, and start tapping into more of who we are. The more we tap in, the more we're able to gather ourselves properly. You get what I'm saying? This is the gathering of the minds. This is the gathering of the spirit. This is the gathering of you. The gathering of you. You get what I'm saying? Just like when you're outside gathering things, right? You have to gather yourself too. You got to put yourself together. You get what I mean? A lot of people are separated from themselves. They don't have no fucking sense of being of who they are. They just think that they're that fucking vessel. You get what I mean? And this is where we get caught up at. We're not just that vessel. You know what I mean? This tea is nice and cold. Yeah. So yeah, the other day I got another book, and this is good because it talks about magical herbs. Right? This is the Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. This book got a lot of good information about herbs and their magical purposes. You know, so this is a must to get, and it goes deep into it, the magical purposes, all the elements, and what herb is for what. You know what I mean? So it's a must get. And right now that we're entering that time of flu season, right? We have to know our herbs, man. You know, and this is another good book that we need to get to. You study your herbs. You know, this has a lot of different healing secrets, right? From our ancestors, how to heal your body, how to take care of yourself with the certain herb with different herbs. You know, so this is a good book right here. You know, you can't never have enough good books to read and have, especially stuff like this. It's herbs, remedies, and practices that restore the mind, body, and spirit. Good book, man. So yeah, so now is a time where it's a must to start healing. It's a must to. We're going into that time of winter where we're gonna be hibernating, right? We're gonna be hibernating. When you hibernate, what do you do? Especially if it's cold out, you're more inside. So what do? You tap into you. You sit there. You know, you start tapping into your inner creativity. You know what I'm saying? You start tapping into the layers of yourself that you never tapped into. You know what I'm saying? It's a must to start tapping into you, especially right now with all these energies that are coming amongst us. Right? We have all these energies that are coming in, and if we're not tapping in, best believe there's somebody out there tapping in. You get what I'm saying? So why not you? That's the question. Why not you? Why can't you tap into your energy? You get what I mean? Like today, what's today? Thursday, right? We're dealing with that Jupiter energy. You get what I'm saying? And this is why you have a lot of people online right now too, tapping into that Jupiter energy, right? That high vibe energy. So I was like, man, we got a lot of people online. I was like, man, let me go ahead and put my head out there. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up. That's right now. I'm drinking me some olive leaf. It's good for your sugars. You know, for high blood pressure. I got some turmeric in here too, and then I think it was ginger. So yeah, man. But yeah, so since right now we're like Like I'm in Chicago. The weather hasn't been that cold. You know what I'm saying? It's been nice. But sooner or later, man, we're gonna be tapping into that cold fucking weather. You get what I'm saying? Then the snow and shit like that too. So it's like, shit. We have like all the flavors of season. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think the weather is more bipolar and shit. It's like fuck. It's not the windy city; it's the bipolar city. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time to be focused. It's a beautiful time to start typing in, especially with everything that's coming. You get what I'm saying? We hearing talks about them talking about a dark winter, right? But if you think about this too, man, it's gonna be a green winter. Let me tell you why. Because the markets, if you've been checking out the the cryptocurrency markets, they've been going up. They've been going up, and it seems like they're gonna be it's gonna be more of a boo season, right? We're done with the berry season. It's gonna be going into the boo season. You get what I'm saying? And what energy was that boo? You know what I'm saying? What what energy does that boo represent? It represents that Saturn. You get what I'm saying? It represents that Moloch, right? So yeah, think about this too. If they're talking about a dark winter, what kind of energy they're using? You get what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying is that we have to start to realize these energies. We have to start using these energies. If they're talking about a dark winter, what is darkness? Darkness is power. Darkness is also melanin. You get what I'm saying? So we have to really start studying, especially these markets, because the more we study these markets, the more we're able to tap into these energies that are there for us. You get what I'm saying? So it's a must to start tapping in. Like I said the other day, in order to tap in, you gotta tap out. You get what I'm saying? We can't be just focused so much on that CV19. We can't be focused on that cheap wasky and all that other shit that's happening out there. We have to start focusing to us because put it like this, just like the chess game. You have your pawns, you have your queens and your kings. You gotta start thinking like the queen and the king. You can't be a pawn. You get what I'm saying? You gotta move differently and accordingly. You gotta like your enemy study you. It's time to study your enemy. You get what I'm saying? Because the more you study your enemy, the more you start to find out that they have nothing on you. You get what I'm saying? This is why they do everything in their power, or not even in their power, but in their control to keep you in a low state of mind and depending on them. You get what I'm saying? We're in a time where we're able to tap in. We change the way this fucking shit rotates. We change the way this shit rotates. You know what I'm saying? We don't get stuck. We navigate the ship. We don't get stuck in it. You get what I'm saying? When you start coming from a different place of understanding and you can see things for what they are, you're able to navigate differently. You don't stay stuck. You don't stay behind. You get what I'm saying? You gotta move forward. What's crazy is that our ancestors, man, they were so advanced. Right now right now we have everything at our fingertips, like our fucking smartphone. Our smartphone can be a fucking ATM, an ATM machine. This smartphone can make you money. You get what I'm saying? We have to start utilizing these motherfuckers for better than for us just to be on here on Facebook or Instagram. You get what I'm saying? You know how many people were fucking paranoid because Facebook was down? A lot of people depend on that fucking social media. You get what I'm saying? You know? And it's crazy that they don't realize that social media was a social experiment. And not only that it was a social experiment, but it was to gather intel and data on you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, and then with the censorship is a bitch. All this censorship that you see, that you can't even fucking speak your mind freely and coming from a place of truth without being censored or quiet. They quiet you right away. Why? Because they don't want the truth out there. You get what I'm saying? That's the time where we live at. It's like, how are you free if you can't even be freely to express yourself? Where's that? Where is the freedom in that? If you can't fucking express yourself, how are you free? You get what I'm saying? You have to be able to express yourself. You can't fucking let them put a muzzle over you. You gotta free yourself from that. You know what I mean? You gotta come from a place of understanding. You gotta come from a place of truth. You get what I mean? Like I said earlier, like my fucking journey, my own experience in this journey, right? All the things I've gone through was like, man, I know that it was all for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I've been good. Like every time I fall back, I've been able to rise up again. Why? Because of the understanding of who I am, the knowledge of who I am. You get what I'm saying? Just like back in the fucking hood. Like when I was out there, at 18 years old, or I started when I was 11. You get what I'm saying? From 11 to 18, right? From being out there that young, it was like all the shit that I've seen, all the shit that I did. You get what I'm saying? It's like fuck, man. But I understand why. You get what I'm saying? Because I had to go through all that. I had to experience that shit. In order for me to understand it, I had to experience it. How the fuck am I gonna not under? How the fuck am I supposed to experience or talk about something if I haven't had that experience? You get what I'm saying? This is why, like I said, this is why a lot of light workers fall back, because they don't know how it is to handle their darkness or to deal with their darkness. They're so quick to run up here to the top, but they forget you gotta start from the bottom, baby. That's the only way. You can't fucking rush up here. You get what I'm saying? You gotta start from the bottom. And you can't even, and then what's crazy, you can't be stuck up here either. You get what I'm saying? You gotta come back down here some once in a while. That's the balance. You get what I'm saying? That's the balance of nature. That's the balance of spirit. You get what I'm saying? We have to face what we're scared of. We gotta face our fears. Fears is just an illusion. Once you understand what is fear, then there is nothing out there that can touch you, because you're tapped in more to you. You get what I'm saying? Because everything that you think that was scary, even when it's dealing with spirit, it's all you. You know what I'm saying? It's all you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we start fucking realizing that more, you are coming from a place of understanding more you. You get what I'm saying? We have to fucking know that. If we don't know that, what happens? We stay stuck without growth, without living. You get what I'm saying? Because when you see evil in reverse, is live. You get what I'm saying? So, in order to understand evil, it's a way of living. You get what I'm saying? You have to understand it. You know what I mean? Because it's necessary. Everything is necessary. It's a balance. Just like you need balance, everything outside of you has a balance. It's the plurality. It's the duality. You get what I'm saying? You can't have light without darkness. You can't have heavens without hell. You get what I'm saying? It's the balance of everything. Just like a tree. A tree is rooted to the ground, right? You get what I'm saying? Think of you as a tree. You is the tree. You get what I mean? It's a different understanding. Remember, perspective. When you change your mind and things, your perspective changes. But what is perspective? It is understanding. Plain and simple. Without the understanding, is there perspective? No. This is why you have a lot of people that don't understand perspective and just are yes woman or yes man, and they fall in line and they listen to that government and they fall in line with that system, right? Where that system is nothing but control. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, where's the understanding with that? If you're the one that has the power, you get what I'm saying? When you find out more and more how powerful you are, like I said, you move differently. You navigate differently. Yes, there's gonna be challenges. Yes, there's gonna be ups and downs, but there is nothing that you can't handle. There's nothing that you can't fucking that's gonna stop you from going in. The only thing that stops you is you. Nothing outside can stop you. Once you know who you are and you're coming from your place of power and truth, nothing can stop you. Nothing can derail you but yourself. I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't give a fuck what's on that TV set, what it's telling you. You get what I'm saying? If you understand you and you're connected to spirit, believe me, spirit is never gonna leave you behind. Spirit's always with you. You get what I'm saying? And that's your ancestors as well, man. You get what I'm saying? You are your ancestors. Your ancestors are not gonna let you go into some shit without protection, without help. They're gonna guide you. You get what I'm saying? You just gotta open up to that guidance. It's like when you're out there in sea, you need navigation. You get what I'm saying? You need some type of compass, right? You need that type of navigation. What is a navigation inner? It's your heart chakra. That's the compass. That's the direction. When you start listening with the ear, you listen to your heart. That's the inner connection you have with the ethers. That's the connection to the universe, to source of all things that is you. You get what I'm saying? So here we are in Libra season. Libra is the element of air. What is air, right? Air can blow shit around, right? It moves shit different directions. You get what I'm saying? So think about this. Your heart chakra is also the element of air. This is where you start tapping more into your heart space. Remember, love is the highest vibration. Fear is the lowest vibration. You get what I'm saying? Fear is coming from the ego. You know what I mean? That's what fear is. That's coming from the ego. Why? Because the ego doesn't want to be by itself. So it creates this fear program outside of you to keep you stuck where? In your roots. You get what I'm saying? See, when you're tapping into you and you start tapping into your heart space, you start connecting more to that love space. A lot of people are out here wanting love, but they can't find the right love because they're not loving themselves first. How you gonna love? How you want love if you're not loving? You get what I'm saying? How you gonna want love if you're not loving yourself or you're not loving others outside of you? Love ain't gonna come to you if you don't have it here in the heart. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are lost from that and disconnected from the heart space, and that's also the connection to mama, right? La mera mera. You get what I'm saying? A lot of us are disconnected to that feminine energy. It's necessary to be tapped into that mother loving energy. You get what I'm saying? Because that right there is where you find your compassion and your direction. You get what I'm saying? That's where you find that high vibe too. That's the main connection to the high vibe is the heart. Without the heart, you're not gonna be in no high vibe, man. You get what I'm saying? You have to be connected here. You get what I'm saying? You gotta come from a place of your heart too. That matters. You can't just fucking think you're gonna tap into these high energies and you haven't put in no fucking work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put in the work. You know, like me, like for instance, like if I'm not doing lives, I'm either studying or I'm fucking healing. I'm putting in work. You know, I'm changing this, I'm changing that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because it's important. I know, like when I'm not fucking, when I feel like I'm not doing something that I'm supposed to be doing, I feel so disconnected. It's like fuck, man. Okay, what is it? What do I gotta do? You know what I'm saying? What other fucking shit do I have to fix in my past life? What other fucking things do I have to fix within my bloodline? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? But hey, like I said, in order to in order to get to this work, you gotta remember who you are. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, I know for a fact it's like when I need some assistance, when there's something I don't understand, I talk to spirit, right? I pull out my tools, I connect, I get my answers. You know what I'm saying? I do some, I do my rituals. This way I know exactly okay where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I found this out. Now it's time for me to take care of this and do it this way. You know what I mean? That's the work. It ain't just about just sitting there meditating, kumbaya. It ain't about just sitting there meditating and playing with your singing bowl and thinking that everything's all good. No, you gotta put in. There's more to that. You get what I'm saying? You gotta put in the work. You gotta study the work. You get what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and be like, "Well, I'm doing yoga. That's all I need to raise my kundalini." No, you gotta understand your kundalini. You gotta understand the knowledge of it. You get what I'm saying? You can't just be a yoga teacher and thinking that's all you need to do. You get what I mean? There's a lot of work to that. You know, it's like you can't be just a speaker, being a motivation speaker and talk about something and I have no knowledge of it. You know what I'm saying? How is that helping somebody else? When they ask you for some type of guidance and how to take care of that, you're not gonna know what the fuck what to do. How are you gonna know what to do if you haven't studied the work? You get what I'm saying? Anybody could be a motivation speaker, but did they really have that life? You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta know who you're getting the information from. Like I said, there's a lot of pretenders out there. You have to understand and trust what you're hearing because not everything you're gonna hear is gonna be real, and that's what's happening right now. There's a lot of motherfuckers that are getting caught up in their shit because they're too busy not putting in the work or being authentic or being genuine, being organic. You get what I'm saying? You gotta come from a place of truth. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, this shit isn't this isn't easy at all, but it's worth it. It's worth it because especially where we at now, you know, I be tripping a lot at a lot of people that I see that are walk around in fear. They're really scared of this fucking boogeyman, fucking virus. Why? Why is that? Because they're so disconnected from themselves. They don't. They fucking seem to forget that they are more than just that body. You get what I'm saying? That's a problem. And when you see that, like the only thing, like when I see that, I'll be like, that's fucking sad. Why do why do they feel like they have to be in that type of energy? You get what I'm saying? Why do they feel like they have to be stuck there? No one needs to be stuck anywhere. In life, it's about movement. In life, it's about growing. You gotta grow. You get what I'm saying? How do you grow? By moving through the shit that you're going through. by moving through the shit you're going through, and by tapping it into you, for one, by studying you. Just like you study a subject, put you as the number one subject to study. You get what I'm saying? You have to study you. You know, like there's a lot. Like I'm telling you, man. Especially like here in Chicago right now, how we have a lot of fucking violence, right? In some areas of Chicago, there's a lot of violence. But why? Because a lot of these warriors are outside are your spiritual warriors that don't have guidance. You get what I'm saying? And I understand that clearly because that's how I was. You get what I'm saying? I know for a fact that everything I went through as a youngie was for right now. You get what I'm saying? But there's a generation that's out there that are lost. You get what I'm saying? They don't have no knowledge of themselves. But there are your fucking warriors. Those are the warriors that we need. You get what I'm saying? For this work. You know what I mean? Because those are your fucking your guardians of the night. I remember I talked about that when I did that lecture when I was talking about Father's Day, right? How these kids are out there are the warriors of the night. These are your spiritual warriors too. But how are they gonna know who they are if they don't have no guidance? You get what I'm saying? You know, this is a different era comparing to when I was growing up. This is a whole different era. You know what I'm saying? It's like everyone that's out there is moving on a very high, I mean, moving on a very, very chaotic energy. And what's crazy is that they don't understand these energies. You get what I'm saying? So they moving from their lower nature. You get what I mean? And that's what's dangerous because there is no understanding of these energies. So of course they're gonna move in a certain way. If there's no understanding of that energy, how are you gonna move? How are you gonna move accordingly and accurately in a way where you're not only harvesting this energy, but you're coming from a sense. You're coming from a place of sense. There's no sense. There is no sense at all because there's no one out there teaching. There's no one out there showing these youngies what it is and who they are. So of course you have order out of chaos. You know what I'm saying? That chaotic energy is that chaos energy. You know what I mean? So if we have all these warriors out there that are dealing with that warrior energy, what are you gonna have? You get what I'm saying? You're gonna have chaos. But you know, it's it's a battle. It's a battle of the minds. There's a battle that's going on out here, and the only way we're gonna break and ever change that energy to be able to harvest it and use it for its proper use is if the streets go ahead and call out to those that can teach. You know what I'm saying? Because these 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 neighborhoods, and I believe it's going on in every major city, that these streets don't have their teachers out there to put a fucking a grip on what's happening. Because if we don't put a grip on these energies, Dumb energies are going to consume those that are out there in the streets. And it's happening a lot. We have a lot of young kids out there getting killed. We have a lot of young kids out there doing the shooting. You get what I'm saying? Back in the day, we didn't have all that. We didn't have a lot of kids out there getting murdered. You get what I'm saying? Now you do. That's all you hear. Why? Because of the energies that are out there. And the only way we're going to change that, if those that are really on their studies and on their shit, to go out there and take and put a grip on that. You got to put a stronghold on that. So this way we can change the direction where we're going. If we don't change the direction where we're going, we're going to lose the future pretty much, right? Because our future is really based on what's happening now. Not only we have this shit with this fucking boogeyman, but we have all types of energy that's coming in that is very chaotic. And we have these youngins that they're not understanding this energy. It's fucking, it's like I said, it's chaos. What are we gonna do? What can we do? You get what I'm saying? We have to find solutions. We have to find solutions. You know what I'm saying? We have to be able to go out there and talk to these youngies, man, and let them understand who they are. Because, and then too, not only that, what is happening? There's programs, man. They're out there being programmed to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? They're not the enemy. The real enemy is those that hide behind a a strong entity, a strong structure, and the only reason why they're strong is because we allow it. They're not strong because they're strong. They're strong because we allow it. The real enemy is hiding behind an entity. You get what I'm saying? And uh, once we fully disclose that entity has no more structure. That has no more grip. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones that have the power. We're the ones that can be able to change the direction and where we're going to. We can't keep allowing them to keep thinking that they're gonna keep getting away with what they're getting away with, and everything's gonna stay like that. You know what I'm saying? Look what we see now. You know how nobody's really speaking up on what's going on with our children, especially in these schools. You get what I'm saying? We have our kids kicking. We have our kids going to these schools, and they're fucking. They're sitting in these classrooms and not being taught properly. They're also sitting there fucking with their health, wearing these fucking face masks, wearing a fucking muzzle. You get what I'm saying? It's sad. It's sad that we have parents not even having a sense of that to be able to help their child and stand up for their child. You get what I'm saying? If we are looking weak as a parent, what do you think is happening to your child? If you're not standing up for your child, what's happening to your child? It becomes a victim to something, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's how you have to look at it. The future is in trouble if we don't step up and change. We don't change the direction. So it is what it is, right? For the most part, you know. But why should it be? Why should it be that way? You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, I'm gonna get off. I'll be on here another time. Until next time.